We are Brightside Home Theater.
We're up to Steve's with this one here.
Now, so this one, then I've had to. I have a confession to make, chaps. Last night I had a choice to make. The choice was either The Last of Us, this new episode, or Training Day, and the clue on the screen suggests what choice I made. So I haven't actually seen this week's Last of Us, although I've played the downloadable content that it's based on, and it's identical, so it's fine. So I feel like I've seen it, even though I haven't.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So you know the story.
Mission. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
okay.
That's fine. But I haven't seen the episode yet. So this is Training Day. This is the thanks. VJM says great choice, Steve. See, I like that. I need the validation, chaps. That's what I need it. So this is the new 4K disc. It came out here yesterday. I bought it with the Rocky box set, which came out yesterday as well. But for me, despite the fact that I've got an absolute ton of stuff to watch, this had to be pushed immediately to the top of the pile. I love this film. I've always enjoyed this film, but I haven't seen it for quite a long time. And I knew this was coming, so I held off from watching the Blu-ray again. And the Blu-ray was one of the kind of early-ish releases on Blu-ray, and it was never brilliant. It was okay, but a little bit flat and pretty poor sound mix as well, from what I recall. All of that, I am very pleased to say, has been fixed in this release. So we now get, so now the movie is as fantastic as it has ever been. Denzel winning his Oscar, and rightly so, for an absolute powerhouse performance. He is fantastic in this. And the more you watch it, the more you see just how the little ticks, the little things that he's doing. This performance is fantastic. Written by David Ayer, of course, who then went on to Suicide Squad. But also good films like Fury and End of Watch and movies like that. And you can tell he wrote this. He's an LA born and raised and absolutely loves the city. And this is a love letter to some of the sort of more less salubrious areas of LA. Some of which, unfortunately, I'll tell you one day a story where I ended up going on a bus ride and then a train ride and ending up going through Compton and Watts and various places. So some of these things on here I've been through and stood out like a sore thumb, and surprised I made it. But there it is. Long story, when I was trying to get to Hollywood Boulevard and I just got on the wrong bus. Nice. Not speed. Anyway, I get off the topic somewhat. But the film's great. Fantastic film. Really, really good. And just as good as it's ever been. Now, it now looks, however, like it has been polished and heavily reworked. It is fantastic. The detail levels on this, and I held off from reviewing it properly on Twitter because I knew we were doing this tonight. The detail levels are awesome. There is grain in it, but it's perfectly managed. All the pores on the skin look perfect from the very first shot. They look beautiful. You've got so much detail. All the individual little spots of water on the car windows are all perfectly resolved. The little bits of hair on their faces, all that stuff looks fantastic. Now, it's had some work done on the back half of the film, so the how it all kind of resolves at the end. And I won't spoil it because there may be some that haven't seen it. I know at least one person that follows me on Twitter hasn't seen it and wants to. So how it all ends, I won't give away, but they have done some tweaks to the color timing on the back end of it. It is darker, noticeably darker than it's been before, but it just adds to the mood. This whole thing is moving towards a dark conclusion. And so again, I think as long as your display is properly calibrated, then that will not cause any issues, and it still looks great. The only thing that's better than how it looks is how it sounds. We get a full-bore Dolby Atmos mix, which I was very surprised about because I figured they'll just chuck the DTS HD mix on there or the True HD mix and that'll be it. But Warner's being Warner's, fair play to them, they have put a Dolby Atmos mix on it. And good news, it defaults to that, so you don't have to check your settings. And it sounds fantastic. Now, briefly, timestamps and stuff, they're at 45 minutes again, bizarrely. You get the first firefight when they come out of a building and they're suddenly set upon by various individuals. The gunshots in this, all the guns sound like cannons. So once they start firing, there is just a boom to it, and they all sound the same. It's great, and noticeably loud too. These things. In reality, as we all know, you pull a Beretta and you shoot. It's just a pop sound, isn't it? It's just a pop, pop, pop. That's all it is. But these things sound like they've unleashed something off an aircraft carrier, and it sounds incredible. It's not realistic, but it sounds like Halo. Amazing. No, well, quite. Yeah, well, indeed. Well, there are no Gatling guns in this, so I can just about suspend disbelief. But the guns sound great. They're exactly as kind of over the top as you'd hope for.
Right.
So and whenever there are gunfights in this, and there are a few, they sound amazing and really beefy stuff, and they've clearly tweak those in the mix, and then the music's really good. As someone who loves Snoop and Dre and all that sort of stuff, you get some really lovely wide front soundstage stuff from the music, which has never sounded better, and some great bass rumbles when that's going as well. So yeah, this is a fantastic disc of a really, really good film, and honestly, this is a must buy. Anyone that wants to see it needs to see it. Anyone that's seen it will know it's good, and if you've got a 4K set, this needs to be bought. It's fantastic, and I can't recommend this highly enough. So it's really, really good. Is it referenced? No, because obviously it's an older film, but it's damn good and really, really should be bought as soon as possible. And it's relatively cheap as well over here, so I'm sure it will be over there as well. So it's not going to break the bank. They've not upped it to that higher price range. What is it? $30 over there. Here it's about £25. They normally, the higher ones are, but it's $19.99 here. So hopefully $20, if 20, 24, $25 over there, and well worth picking up. Yeah, it's great. Very, very cool.
Let's see.
And presumably you've both seen this. I'm just
seen
assuming
the
you
movie.
have.
I haven't seen the 4K.
Oh, okay. Have you? Is it Kaleidoscape's got to be, surely?
I have it. Yeah, I have it.
Yeah,
I talked about it.
Oh yeah, sorry, you did. Yeah, I'm sorry.
And I liked it. I've only seen scenes. I haven't experienced the whole. But what I've seen is exactly what you said. Like I wanted to experience the whole thing, and hearing your description, I'm like, we'll probably be talking about it again next week because I want to see it. I can't wait to see it.
I had to put it to the top of my viewing pile, even over the Rocky movies. I'm desperate to see the director's cut of Rocky 4, but I just like no. This has got to be seen straight away. And then now I'll go back to the Rocky films.
Yeah, it's available over here for $24.96 on Amazon.
So is that one of the cheaper ones? Yeah, because normally they're $29.99, aren't they? That's your higher priced releases, and
that's a good price for a release week.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be $10 at Christmas time, but
right. It's the bargain hunter of the group.
Yeah.
It is worth getting. It's worth picking up ASAP, I would say. But again, it depends on your love of the films. But if you're doing some LA gangster movies, John, and you are, then with Heat, then this is a nice little addition to the gangster movie season that you're on at the moment.
I'm on a kick.
By the way, guys, I do like how we're doing this. I think this is very cool. I've had my rock season of late. D just had his animation season.
Right.
You've got your kind of gangster movie things. It's very cool how we're all
gangster
on these
movie
tracks.
themes.
Yeah. I really like that. It's good fun.
Because Scarface will be next, right?
Nice disc as well. That
First
4K
you
disc
get
of
the
that
power.
is great.
Then you get the women.
Are you quoting that, or are you just giving some life advice, Deej?
No, that's how I raise my kids. You haven't seen
That was in their graduation card.
Exactly. Oh, yeah, exactly. All right. Is that it for training day?
Yeah, but great.
Good.
Very cool.
Great.
And interesting, I see that BJM's mentioning that, he's looking forward to seeing that as well as the Rocky series.
Hey, Fred. This has been a Hey Fred production with theme music by Jeff Bernhardt and Throne Vault Productions.